Module Overview. In every nation, the effectiveness of governance structures and institutions ultimately hinges not just on rules, systems, or policies, but on the character, moral compass, and ethical standards of its leaders and public servants. This final module addresses the soul of governance, the human behaviors, internal values, and cultural mindsets that determine whether a leader uses power for public good or for personal gain. While legal instruments and digital tools are crucial, no governance system can succeed without a culture of integrity and ethics deeply embedded in its leadership and institutional DNA. In many countries, systemic corruption persists, not because laws are weak, but because ethics are absent. Thus, building ethical leadership is not optional, it is existential. Understanding integrity and ethical leadership. A. What is integrity in governance? Integrity refers to consistency of moral principles, honesty, accountability, and responsibility in public and private behavior. It is doing what is right even when no one is watching. In governance, integrity ensures public officials act in the interest of the people, not for private enrichment. B. What is ethical leadership? Ethical leadership is leading by example, guided by moral values, transparency, fairness, and service to others. It transcends compliance and rules. It focuses on the spirit behind governance. Ethical leaders reject favoritism, nepotism, and tribalism. Show restraint and humility in the use of power, communicate honestly and clearly, take responsibility for their actions, protect public resources. Moral values and public governance. Core values necessary for ethical leadership and integrity in governance include honesty, truthfulness in words, data, and decisions, justice and fairness, equal treatment, regardless of class, tribe, or status, service, placing public welfare above self-interest, courage, willingness to challenge corrupt systems or individuals, respect for rule of law, upholding legal principles even under pressure, transparency, open dealings, clear communication, public reporting, empathy and compassion, understanding the needs and pain of citizens. These values are not automatically acquired through education. They are cultivated by personal discipline, institutional training, and societal modeling. Institutionalizing ethics in the public sector. Ethical culture should be built into the operating systems of governance through codes of conduct for civil servants and politicians, asset declaration requirements, whistleblower protection policies, ethics committees, or integrity units in ministries, orientation and reorientation programs, ethical leadership training in public service academies. The role of political leadership in ethics culture. Political leaders are culture setters. When they demonstrate ethical behavior, institutions follow suit. Citizens develop trust. Civil servants emulate them. Governance improves in effectiveness and fairness. But when political leaders model impunity, arrogance, or greed, they infect the entire system. Ethical decay at the top corrupts the base. Global models of integrity-based leadership. A. Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew era. Leadership emphasized zero tolerance for corruption, discipline, and efficient service delivery. Institutions were built on meritocracy and accountability. B. Rwanda. Focus on clean government, anti-corruption reforms, and visionary leadership under Paul Kagame. Nordic countries' culture of public trust, civic duty, and transparent leadership. Leaders live modestly and focus on public good. Challenges to building a culture of integrity. Cultural relativism. Some cultures tolerate dishonesty in the name of loyalty or survival. Weak accountability mechanisms, lack of moral education in leadership pipelines, rewards for unethical behavior, e.g., impunity, political patronage and godfatherism, media glorification of corrupt elites. Strategies for strengthening ethical governance. Leadership by example. Leaders must model the values they preach. ethics education from primary to tertiary levels, integrate values and character into civil service recruitment, periodic integrity audits and evaluations, public celebration of ethical role models, enforce consequences for ethical violations, regardless of status, strengthen partnerships with religious and cultural institutions to reframe national moral consciousness. Role of citizens and civil society. Citizens must become active participants in demanding ethical leadership through voting wisely based on character, not ethnicity or popularity, speaking out against corrupt behavior and injustice, participating in civic education and moral advocacy, supporting ethical businesses, leaders, and campaigns. Conclusion of module. At the heart of this module is a bold reminder: integrity is not a policy, it is a way of life. Ethical leadership is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Without it, laws will be manipulated, systems will collapse, and trust will erode. A sustainable future for any nation depends on leaders who embrace conscience over convenience, values over vanity, and service over selfishness. By cultivating a culture of integrity and ethical leadership, societies can rise above corruption and mediocrity to deliver people-centered, principled, and powerful governance.